Sea Breeze FM is calling. Sea Breeze. Sea Breeze FM is calling. Our format mix will fill ya. We promise we will bring ya all the best around the clock. 24/7. Ha ha ha. Sea Breeze. Sea Breeze FM is calling. Come on over, tune on in. You don't know what you're missing. Feel the breeze, sit back, relax. Loving music to the max. Sea Breeze. Sea Breeze FM is calling. Check us out. Listen to the beats. Crank it up, move your feet. Can you feel the heat? Sea Breeze. Sea Breeze FM is calling. Sea Breeze. Sea Breeze FM is calling. Calling to you. Sea Breeze FM is calling.
New Zealand and America. It's time for your international connection with Stu in Victoria. American journalist Victoria Gaither brings you the latest in news and entertainment. Plus, you never know what Stu will say on air. So let's get started or listen live at seabreezefm.com. Stu, Victoria.
Well, good morning, New Zealand. It is 1 minute past the hour 9 here at Seabreeze FM, and of course in Washington, drive time over there in the state of Washington, D.C., 5 p.m. Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday here. Hello, Victoria Gaither. How are you?
Hello. I am very well, thank you so much. How are you?
I'm well. Yes, well, we've got a very dull sort of a day here. New Zealand's had a rough night weather-wise, lots of flooding, trees down, power cuts. It's really been hit by a hard storm. We're getting hit with a fairly heavily westerly wind at the moment, but here at Himatangi, the weather, well, it's been raining, but not really bucketing down as such. But yeah, it's damp, you know. It's not pleasant underfoot.
Well, I can tell you what, I think you must have sent some of your weather again over here to Washington, D.C. in America, because it has been raining all morning, heavy thunderstorms over here as well. So hopefully, that's going to pass this afternoon and we'll get some more sunshine. But Stu, before we get to the news, I wanted to mention sort of something big taking place there at Seabreeze for you and for all of us that work for you. You're actually going to be ending the landline part of Seabreeze, so we're going to be pumping and pushing Seabreeze.com, because the only way that people are going to be able to listen to us very soon is going to be on www.seabreezefm.com, and you can listen to our live broadcasting stream, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's a big change for Seabreeze FM, and circumstances have brought this around. And yeah, internet is the way to go. Internet is the way for radio, and well, we don't want to get left behind. So land-based, I'm afraid, is a thing of the past. It's over and done with. It's gone. Believe it or not, it is gone, and it will be gone for us from Sunday midday. Sunday midday, it's all over for us. When Marie finishes her program Sunday at 12 o'clock, we'll do the 12 o'clock news and say goodbye, sadly, after 10 years to Himatangi, and then we are solely on stream, as you said, on www.seabreezefm.com. Of course, the listen button's there. The podcasts are all there. You can check up on all the DJs. We've had a fantastic help from a young lady who's done all the updates and really put a lot of work into it. And by Jove, we've certainly noticed the big difference. And Facebook has been, not Facebook, the website face page, should I say, has been uplifted, and it is looking good. And I tell you what, it's just going to go from strength to strength. We are going to work this site and work it to the max. So that's it, Seabreeze FM.
Exactly. Well, and just from my point of view of being a journalist and having the opportunity to be on radio, television, and all of that, internet streaming is really the way to go. I mean, even in America, all of your major radio stations, land-based, they also are very big on the internet as well. And the bottom line is most people are going to get their news, their information, and their music whenever they want to get it, and that means that they're able to go to a source, thus SeabreezeFM.com, and they can listen whenever they want. They can download the music, listen to the podcast. So it really is now media on demand. So I think people don't say that for no reason at all. So yeah, check us out in the update. The website is being updated. We've got a bunch of cool interviews that's going to be taking place starting next week as well. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. But first, I think I better get to the news because we sure have a lot to talk about today. So breaking news to tell you about that's happening right now as I speak. Another school shooting, this time near Portland, Oregon, at a high school. The shooting happened this morning just after 8 o'clock. The shooter and a student are killed in the attack and others were injured. Police are still trying to determine if the gunman was a student at the school or someone from the outside. The FBI is on the scene with local police to piece together exactly what happened this morning. But again, it happened at a high school right outside of Portland, Oregon. The shooter has been killed and also one student. I was watching some of that on CNN this morning, Stu, as I was waiting to prepare for your show. And, just the anguish of the parents that were running to the school to see if their kids were okay is something that's just all too familiar on television, unfortunately, here in America. Just when you think it's not going to happen again, you turn the news on, and anytime I see breaking news, then immediately that's what comes to mind. But you guys have had a shooting over there in New Zealand, which is very much out of character for your country.
Well, it wasn't a shooting, it was a stabbing. And a 12 and a 13-year-old boys, two boys up in Auckland, West Auckland, ran into a shop and stabbed a guy to death. Actually stabbed him to death, the shopkeeper. And they've arrested this 12 and 13-year-old. My God, 12 and 13-year-old. What is the world coming to? Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And again, you think about their ages, 12 and 13-year-old, and it is unbelievable that what goes on inside the mind of a 12 and 13-year-old, that they would go get a knife and stab someone to death. So yeah. It's just, it's shocking, as you would say, very shocking.
And they're on a one-way trip, aren't they? Where's their life going to take them? It's going to take them nowhere now whatsoever. They've had it. They're done for, no matter how much counselling or anything else they get. They're bad eggs.
Yep. I would certainly agree with that. We also still have more shootings in America to talk about. A married couple yelling, quote, revolution, gunned down two Las Vegas police officers at a pizza restaurant and then ran across the parking lot to a Walmart where they killed a shopper at the store's entrance. The duo's Sunday morning shooting rampage ended with the wife fatally shot the husband and then herself as police closed in. Witnesses told police the shooter said, quote, this is a revolution, end of quote, during the attack. A law enforcement source told CNN the couple had extremist views towards law enforcement. And again, that particular shooting happened over the weekend on Sunday. And it's always, Stu, of course, sad when we do these stories and talk about people that have been shot and killed. But it's always even sadder because in this case in Las Vegas, it was two police officers who were just basically sitting there having lunch, minding their own business. And now, of course, the lives of their families, both of their families, will be changed forever. So there again, another case where we're dealing with shootings in America. Now, this is sort of a different story coming up here. 5 American service members were killed in southern Afghanistan when a jet called in to help them mistakenly bombed them, according to Afghan officials. So that death was a result of friendly fire. The 5 were killed along an Afghan soldier when the coalition jet called in to help ward off a Taliban attack, mistakenly took them out instead. More than 2,300 U.S. troops have died in Afghanistan. And Hillary Clinton kicked off her Hard Choices book tour on Monday by doing what most profile politicians considering a presidential run do, a series of interviews. Clinton talked about everything from Monica Lewinsky to Benghazi in her round of interviews. The book tour is sort of a way she can reintroduce herself to voters, especially women. Asked if she plans on running or not, Clinton says she will make a decision when it feels right. And if you're interested, you can buy her book, and you can get it in stores right now. I believe the book cost $36. In Denver, a dispatcher who handled a 12-minute 911 call in which a woman was killed while on the phone has been fired, according to the Denver Department of Public Safety. The 911 operator failed to relay information about the situation to police and was fired. Richard Kirk is accused of shooting his wife, Christine, in the head after he brought marijuana edible and pre-rolled marijuana cigarette. She told the dispatch her husband had taken some prescription medication for back pain along with the pot and was hallucinating. Her husband is now in prison. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the perfect Father's Day gift, plus the Quran will be read at the Vatican, which has a few people around the world very upset. So we're going to have those stories when we come back.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Well, we're featuring an artist this morning, and she comes from Australia, Perth, Australia. Her name is Connie Kiss Anderson. She is absolutely awesome. She does a lot for Australian country artists over there, promoting them and everything else. So she's not only a singer, she's a promoter as well. So this morning, I have decided that we're going to have a listen to some of Connie Kiss Anderson's music. She has a program runs on Seabreeze FM here twice a week, and she is extremely good. Enjoy Connie Kiss Anderson and A Man in Boots.
I was out to lunch with a very good friend. She was a single girl, all alone again. The girl talked hushed when he walked through the door, so I thought he was the sort she had been looking for. She turned to me, rolled her eyes, and then cried, "Him? I'd rather die. I want a man in boots, don't want a man in suits. I want blue jeans, tight buttons, and kind of cute. I want a horizontal cowboy in a Stockman hat. I want it like that." She leaned close to me and then she gave me a wink. "Honey," she said, "it's not what you think. Suits are fine, but I am done with mine. 'Cause I tried, but he lied, and it was such a grind." She looked at me, rolled her eyes, and then sighed, "Hell yeah, I think it's time for a man in boots. Don't want a man in suits. I want blue jeans, tight buttons, and kind of cute. I want a horizontal cowboy in a Stockman hat. Ooh, I want it like that." I want a man who's a head turner. I want a man who's a barn burner. I want someone to give me heart.